We have our history.
Yeah, I'm motivated to get the win against him.
Being a part of the biggest promotion and the biggest event in Europe's MMA history, in Frankfurt especially, is like a dream is coming true for me.
We have some unfinished business.
My hands raised up and I finish him.
Welcome, fight fans, here to the exclusive face-to-face for Oktagon 62 that will take place on October 12th in Frankfurt at the Deutsche Bank Park. I am joined by Mad Max Coga and killer Antun Račić for their exclusive face-to-face interview. Let's get straight into it, guys. These two know each other very, very well. You've shared the cage before. Antun, you're the one who made the call. You're the one who wanted this fight. What did you think when you looked at Max Coga? What did you think? Why do you think you want to have this fight?
When I heard that Max Coga is signed with Oktagon, we have some unfinished business, you know. Before 11 years, he beat me in one fight. And from that day, I want a rematch with him. And then when I saw that he is signed with Oktagon, I thought that it's maybe going to be an interesting fight.
I mean, he calls it unfinished business, but I think you got a rear naked choke victory in the second round.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty finished, no?
It's a clear finish, yeah.
It's a clear finish. So you came into the Oktagon cage when you signed, obviously, huge event going to go down in Frankfurt, biggest in history. I feel like you wanted to be a part of that card. You came into the Oktagon cage. First off, you called for the man from Liverpool, Shamrock, and then you changed, it all got changed up. He called you in, and then you were like, no, I don't want to fight you. I want to fight Račić. So what was going through your mind in that moment?
The first time he was calling out, he called me out, you know, I was wondering a little bit. And then all those old feelings came up. I remember that after the fight directly, he wanted that rematch. And I remember many things. And, you know, it was like he acted like it was a coincidence that I was winning. And for me, it was like, okay, we have a 5 round. We fought for 5 rounds. I won in the second round. For me, this is a clear finish. But honestly, this is what I need. You know, I will challenge. I accept that challenge because I want to prove him that it was no coincidence. I will finish him again, fair and square, and then he knows that
there's something with what we're gonna see.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Well, a lot of
people, be ready for that.
So you say you felt those unfelt feelings. A lot of people feel like maybe it was you were avoiding Shamrock and moving away when he gave the call out.
You know, I don't care the guy. I mean, he's the hardest opponent because he has more fights than me. We have our history, and this is all what I need. I need those really intense, deep feelings that, and now I get them. And this is the challenge, and this is why I accept that fight.
So then you feel like, what's changed? How come you feel confident enough now to fight the man who's already beaten you once? I know it was a long time ago, yeah. But you remember that? You go to bed thinking about this guy slipping in the rear naked choke, or?
Yeah, I remember a lot from that fight, you know. I remember that in that moment I was training in my hometown with my friends, you know, and I was like a fighter who don't have nothing to lose and just accept all challenges what I have, like M1 Global, like everything else, you know. And later, after that fight, I recognized something that I cannot train there and fight in a big stage, and I changed some things in my fight camps also, in my team and everything. And from that day to today, I'm better fighter. I'm a former KSW bantamweight champion. I won that belt. That belt is in Europe, a really heavy belt, and I know that I improved myself. Also, I saw him; he's improved himself, and because of that, I was thinking that this fight is going to be interesting.
So it's almost like with all the success that you've had, that Coga inspired that success by beating you. You said you went away, you felt you need to improve and you need to change. You've made those changes, and now you're coming back to take the head that started it all.
Yeah, I'm motivated to get the win against him, you know, and then we're gonna be 1-1.
Or 2-0.
Yeah, maybe. We're gonna see.
And then for you, Max, it's obviously the biggest fight in MMA history in Europe, for Oktagon especially, and having such a huge event happening in Frankfurt, is that what drew you to Oktagon? or were you already looking at the promotion and wanting to be a part of it? I've seen you at many of the events. What drew you here to be a part of us?
Being a part of the biggest promotion and the biggest event in Europe's MMA history, in Frankfurt especially, is like a dream is coming true for me. And even as get him as an opponent is like the perfect storyline for me. So, yeah.
Or the perfect storyline for him. You think he's going to come into your hometown, your home crowd, 50,000 plus strong people. He's going to be up against all of those weapons. And he's come up 2 weight classes to chase you. I think this guy's extremely motivated and he's going to come better than ever to try and take
Yes, I can see it. He's looking like a bodybuilder.
Yeah. Not like a bodybuilder. Like Antun 2.0.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
So what do you see the weaknesses in Max you could expose with you? Obviously, you're more of a grappling heavy style. The way you normally fight is more grappling dominated. So you think fighting against Max, that's what you're going to try and do?
I think today it's the little details are going to make that fight interesting. And I'm experienced fighter. He's experienced fighter in all aspects of MMA. So. Because of that, this fight it's really interesting, and because of that, it's going to be a real war.
You say that, but 80% of your fights around that come from submission victory. Last time you fought, you got submitted. So for me, it's an interesting dynamic for you coming in as the underdog in his hometown. All of these things piled up against you. It's got to be tough emotionally.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm prepared for that. You know, I'm a fighter, and I don't care where I'm coming. I'm always coming to fight in my opponent's hometowns. So that's for me nothing.
And then Max, for you think that'll inspire an earlier finish? Last time, second round. How do you think it's going to go this time?
Of course, I will finish him. Near to 90% of all my fights, I finish my opponent, and. You know, he's coming as an underdog, and all those underdogs are always extremely dangerous because they have not so much to lose. And I'm fighting in my hometown, in my stadium, biggest event in Europe history. And yeah, what can I say? But I'm prepared for everything. I know him very well, and of course he improved his skills. I improved my skills. But in general, there are some points you have to talk about, like. His fighting style is, I don't want to say limited, but of course, I know what he's trying to do. It's a fight of distances, and I will manage that very, very well. So, yeah.
I mean, you understand the style.
I'm prepared.
You're prepared.
Yes.
You know the man, but you think biggest event you've ever fought at, biggest event in Octagon history, your first event with
It's
Octagon.
not pressure for me, you know?
Not
it's motivation. It's not pressure.
Even in your hometown, surrounded by your people.
I'm mentally extremely strong. That's maybe my strongest point.
You see that in Max, you see mental strength. When you look at him in the eyes right now, you see mental strength.
Yeah, I just see prepared opponent, and that's all. I'm also mentally really strong guy, and
I know that.
Yeah.
Mentally strong guy, but
I come 2 divisions up to face him in his hometown, so I know that I'm mentally strong, and I'm coming there to win that fight.
it's been some time for you outside the cage as well, Antun. So for you, you've had 2 fights fall through with Oktagon in the last 2 outings because of injuries. You feel fully fit, fully healthy going into this training camp for this fight.
For now in a fight camp, it's everything going very well, and I'm prepared. I feel great. I'm training all the time. When I get that injury, I train what I can train, but now I'm full prepared. I can do a fight.
And you think it's been, I think, over 2 years since you've finished a fight, won a fight, because the other one with the toe in the cage and all this sort of interesting stuff. But it's been over 2 years since you've got your hand raised and felt that flush of victory. I know you want to feel that again, but it's been a while. So coming up against such a tough opponent in his hometown, it's quite a lot to ask.
I like challenges, so this is why I have idea to make this fight happen. You know, because of that I call him out. We have some unfinished business, so I believe that night, 12 October, will be crazy rounds.
And for you, Max, how do you see it in your mind's eye when you believe in visualization?
Of course.
You visualize the fight, you visualize what's going to happen. What do you see?
Honestly, my hands raised up and I finish him. I don't care if it's in stand-up. I told you that I will knock you out this time.
Yeah.
And but I'm in each area. I'm stronger.
I'm strong too. Nobody knocked me out in my whole career, so
Yeah,
be careful.
it's always a first time.
Yeah, for you also.
Yeah.
Not first time.
I feel like Anton's built like a tank sitting next to me as well, so I can imagine he does carry some power coming up those weight classes. You feel putting on the weight is adding to your power?
You know, 12 years I didn't eat nothing and fight in bantamweight division. I was on diet all my career almost. So now I eat everything. A long time I didn't enjoy training, you know. So now I enjoy on training. I enjoy on every session, and I don't miss the classes because I feel great. I don't feel tired. So.
And you feel, in this stage, both of you are in a very similar place in your careers. You know, you're both very similar ages, had the same amount of fights, both been champions. Oktagon now, I know you fought for Oktagon, but it's kind of like the first big fight with the organization. This platform that's being produced for you and the event, the sheer size of it, bigger than ever. You feel like this is the beginning of something for you at Oktagon, for both of you? You think it's a new start? How do you see it?
I always counted from fight to fight. There's nothing after that. And for me, there's only October 12th, nothing else. There's only Antun Račić, and I don't care the rest. So let's see what happens.
For me, it's all the same. I have 12 October target, and that's all.
Okay, guys, is there anything you want to say to each other while you're sitting here face to face in front of each other before you go away and you start to prepare for October 12th?
Be ready, Max.
Always ready.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, we've got two veterans, extremely talented, but in all areas of mixed martial arts, been tested all over the world, have the storyline, they've fought before. Max won last time, he got a rear naked choke victory in the second round. 11 years later, Račić coming for that revenge. I have been in this situation, just so you know, Max, I got beat. I came back, I won by knockout in 1 minute and 20 seconds. I was so inspired and interested and motivated in my training camp that I came in with deadly force. Maybe Račić is going to be the same. I'm not saying I'm siding for him, but we'll see. But it's a real story, an incredible fight, the biggest event we've ever done. These two are going to come head to head, and you're a bit of a superstar over in Frankfurt, a bit of a star, but you've got many on this card. You feel like for German MMA, this is a statement, this event, and it's really going to put us on the map.
Sorry, I was distracted. Too focused.
I heard everything what he asked you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care what he said.
Yeah.
Well,
I also don't care what I heard.
These two can't take their eyes off each other. Let's get them on their feet. Let's get face to face. Let's do a stare down. Okay, guys, let's face forward for us, yeah? Face forward. Okay, guys, so you can catch these two go head-to-head October 12th. We have Oktagon 62, and you can watch it live on RTL+.
Das größte Turnier in der Oktagon-Geschichte im Frankfurter Fußballstadion. Tickets erhältlich unter oktagontickets.de.